And with that, I am so very pleased to introduce two of the Alliance's best leaders and advocates, our President and COO, Shalom Mulkey, and our brand new board co-chair, Colonel John Cochran.
Are we motivated? Come on! I can't hear you guys. Come on! There's a lot of people in this room. A lot of people in this room. This is fantastic. My mom would be so proud. I'm standing up here in front of all you guys. So I retired from the Army about 4 years ago, and I went to work for the tech industry. And probably the single greatest benefit of the tech industry is you don't ever have to wear a suit. So when Ann asked me to come up and talk, I was like, I'm probably going to have to find that suit. So here we are. Mom, you'd be proud. So to get on with things, first, she's our commander. She's our leader. Not just on behalf of the board, but on behalf of everyone. And I cannot say enough about you. You are the standard bearer. You continue to lead with urgency, with clarity, with sacrifice. And this is such a pivotal moment, and we couldn't ask for a more pivotal leader to be in your charge. So thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, this is where I get to embarrass people. All the Alliance folks who are out there, and I know you guys are hiding out there, everybody stand up. Come on, interns too. I want to give an absolute heartfelt thanks for all the work that you guys have done. Absolute amazing work. And I am lucky enough to live right here in the military district of Washington, and I'm able to go and swing by the office anytime I want to. Sometimes I'm welcome, sometimes I get the rolled eyes, but either way, here's what I can tell you. This incredibly talented group of individuals has come together at such a crucial time and created the most incredible, efficient velociraptors. That's what they are. They're velociraptors. They go out there, they hunt it down, they eat it, right? That's what they do. It's my Jurassic Park, you know, the new movie just came out. But in all seriousness, across research, policy, advocacy, alongside our community here, helping us move just that much closer every day to the goal of ending homelessness. So thank you for what you guys are doing, have done, and will continue to do. And then my favorite part, everybody give themselves a round of applause. Woo! We want to thank you. You are the true standard bearers at the tip of the spear that day in and day out sacrifice not just your work time, but your family time. You go out there, I know many people here volunteer outside of work to not just help this cause, but help other causes. There are not enough people in the world like you all, and I think it's super important that we as the Alliance recognize you. And so on that note, I want to say thank you very much to everybody here. All right, a couple of things I wanted to talk about today. As a member of the board of the National Alliance, I thought it was important to reinforce the values that guide our organization. We truly seek to inspire faith that ending homelessness is possible. I'm a cup is full, half full kind of guy, right? It is possible. And albeit we're in some trying times, we're in the crucible. But guess what? You go into the crucible, you take that sword, you put it in, you heat it up, you pull it out, you bang it. You put it back in the fire, you pull it out, you bend that metal, and you bang it. And it's harder, and it's sharper. Guess what? This is the crucible, everybody. This is the crucible, and every single one of you out there, and every single person you serve now or will serve in the future, they're going to feel that you're harder, you're sharper, you're more efficient. And that's what the Alliance is about. We're about love, right? We're about equality. We're all about a deep respect for unhoused neighbors. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here today. We wouldn't do the things that we do. Those are truly, truly noble values. And above all, let's face it, we're all about bringing people home, right? There is no more noble cause. And I offer that to you. So you should be proud. You should all be very proud of that. That is definitely worth clapping for. So before I get into the most important part of my time up here, I just want to say this, that regardless of the headwinds that we're facing right now, the crucible that we're all living in, I think it's important that you understand that we are seeing progress. We are truly seeing progress. So when you're having that bad day, or that grant money doesn't come through, or you're just frustrated because you read an op-ed in the newspaper that just really pissed you off, I knew you guys were, right? Just remember, you need to step back and you need to seek strength from what is true, and that is we are truly making progress. And why? It's because we as a team, we're lifting up the lived experience and embedded equity in all aspects of the work that we do. And holy smokes, we do a lot of work. There's a lot of work gets done in this room. Advancing bold and evidence-based policy and practices. We are truly the trusted, quantifiable data resource for the government, regardless of the administration. And the only reason we are is because of the people sitting in this room and the team on the Alliance. That's something to be very proud of. And bringing together communities from across the country to build a national movement for change. And that's what we've been doing for many decades, and that's what we'll continue to do. And that's something we should be proud of. See, you should have put the clock a little bit higher so I would know how much time. I'm almost out. See, short guys and tall podiums. All right, so the important stuff. So 2 years ago, I'm so excited about this. 2 years ago on this very stage, we announced the creation of a new fund established by our board to honor the extraordinary legacy of two absolutely amazing individuals. Two of our co-founders, Susan Baker and Elizabeth Boyle. These co-founders and longest serving board members, the fund that you guys are about to see come to life was created to carry forward the spirit and the legacy of Susan and Betty's work, while honoring the courage and resilience and the dreams of those lives who've been directly shaped by the very issue the Alliance is determined to overcome. So today, we are so excited to see this vision come to life in the inaugural grantees of the Susan G. Baker and Elizabeth Boyle Innovation Fund. Woo! So this fund truly reflects our deepest values, a belief that people with lived experience of homelessness must be at the center of the solutions and that their dreams deserve to be realized. It provides up to $25,000 in support for individuals pursuing professional and creative goals, from launching businesses to conducting research to publishing books and producing music or art. This is what Susan and Betty were all about. Amazing, amazing people. So in honoring them, we're all invested in their leadership, imagination, and a future who have experienced homelessness firsthand. So, about time for me to get off the stage to tell you more about this year's inaugural grantees and the impact we know that they will have. It is absolutely my pleasure to introduce someone very, very instrumental in bringing this opportunity and this fund to life. she also keeps the train on the train tracks every single day in the Alliance. Everything from she is the mother hen to the disciplinarian to the person you can come up to and sit down and have a great conversation when you're having a bad day. Okay, I'll stop embarrassing you anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome the Alliance's President and Chief Operating Officer, Shalom Mulkey.
Wow, it's bright up here. Good afternoon. Thank you so much, Colonel Cochran, for those words and for that introduction. And we're really excited about your leadership as one of our new board co-chairs. So as he said, I am the person who is behind the scenes of much of the Alliance's work, managing all the operations, the people, all the pieces that go into that. And I'll admit that at times it can feel like I'm just a little bit distant from being in community and being on the ground and really being on the front lines of our work. But when I come here and I'm with all of you in this space at our conferences, it really gives me sort of a shot in the arm. It reconnects me to our mission, to the movement, and most importantly, to the people who are at the heart of all of it. Anne mentioned glimmers. I said this last time and I'll say it again. You are my glimmers. The work that you do, the way you show up day after day, it inspires my faith that ending homelessness is possible. Because you know, and I know, you are doing it every single day. You give me the boost I need to push forward and to keep marching on, so thank you. So some of you may have noticed this year that our website got a much needed redesign. It was a huge undertaking led by Kevin Anderson, who did an amazing, amazing job. But as a part of that effort, he tasked me, wearing both my operations hat and sort of my unofficial keeper of the history hat, to create a timeline. Yeah, I heard the laugh, you know. To create a timeline of the Alliance's milestones. Well, that sent me on a really deep dive into very dusty archives. I went through 40 years of annual reports, old board minutes, and old publications, reading stories from across our 4 decades. And what I discovered, and really uncovered, is a long story of perseverance, of focus, and always, always of people. Back in 1983, 6 neighbors saw an emerging crisis and formed what was then called the National Citizens Committee for Food and Shelter. Their focus? It was meeting immediate needs, getting food to people, keeping people safe. It was never abstract. It was about people, first and always. By 1987, that group had evolved into the National Alliance to End Homelessness, with the recognition that the issues of homelessness were deep-rooted and systemic, and that emergency assistance, while absolutely critical, was not going to solve homelessness. So we as an organization helped push through the McKinney-Vento Act, the first major federal investment in homelessness. And you may be surprised to know that in 1989, we hosted our first national conference on housing alternatives for people experiencing homelessness. Yeah, hey, I would applaud it. In the 90s, we expanded our advocacy by building coalitions and strengthening community connections. We deepened our work in communities through various programs, but most interestingly, the one I discovered was a partnership with AmeriCorps, where we placed service members in frontline organizations across the country. We also launched a national photography and advocacy campaign in the 90s to raise awareness and public support for solution. Moving on to the 2000s through today, we have really focused on changing systems. We introduced the 10-year plan to end homelessness, which was rooted in the belief that ending homelessness is well, within this nation's grasp. This plan inspired hundreds of communities, many of you represented here, to create local plans of your own. During that time, we launched our Center for Capacity Building to help communities with proven strategies and put them into practice, things like Housing First. We created the Homelessness Research Institute to guide our work with data and evidence. And we helped many, many people and many organizations bring interventions like rapid rehousing to scale. And so today, what we continue to do is lean hard into what we know what works and pursue it. So yes, the deep look into our history was clear. Our mission has been and is to end homelessness. And yes, we've been at it for a little more than 40 years. But I have to be honest with myself and with all of you. There was a moment during this deep dive when I found myself asking the question, if it's not done, what are we doing? What's the point? And I quickly remembered, the point is, as you have heard, we have made progress, real progress, and we're going to continue making progress. And we make that progress for people. We see it in every person who is connected to housing instead of staying in shelter or on the streets, in every community that has stopped managing homelessness and started solving for it, and in every policy that prioritizes people and produces real results. That is your work. But we know the work is not done. So today, at the Alliance, we are taking that focus on people that we've had in our 40 years, the people, the power that people have, the vision people bring, and we're continuing it into something new, the Susan G. Baker and Elizabeth Boyle Innovation Fund. This fund, as you have heard, honors two of our co-founders, Susan and Betty, women who I had an enormous honor to work with, whose leadership was grounded in compassion, tenacity, and the unshakable belief in the wisdom of those who've experienced homelessness. The fund, as you heard, was created to support individuals who are now housed and eager to pursue their professional or creative goals. When we launched this fund, we hoped for strong interest. What we didn't expect was more than 400 applications. We read every single one carefully, and we were blown away by the insight, creativity, and resilience that each person shared with us. After an intensive review process and interviews with several inspiring finalists, we selected 7 inaugural grantees. These individuals represent a range of fields, from art to research, from healing to entrepreneurship. But what unites them is their passion and perseverance to meet their goals. Some might say their grit. 5 of our 7 awardees are here with us in person this week, and 2 of them are actually leading activities during the conference. And at this point, it is my absolute pleasure to introduce them to you. As I call their name, they're going to come out. I ask you to hold your applause until they're all out. And we'll go on. So first, I'd like to welcome to the stage Ariana Anges. Ariana is the founder of Verify, an inclusive activewear brand that empowers women, especially those seeking modest and functional fitness options, to move confidently and comfortably. She's blending entrepreneurship, self-expression, and wellness in an innovative way. Next, I'm coming on the stage, Dawn Coglaser. Dawn created Eco Recovery, a nature-based trauma healing initiative that blends her medical training with forest therapy and eco-nidra practices. Her work helps move people from crisis to calm. And she'll actually be leading an Eco Recovery Wellness session tomorrow at 2 p.m., so check out the agenda to find out more about that. Next, I'd like to bring to the stage Erin Davis. Erin is a multidisciplinary artist whose project, Beyond Walls, Redefining Home, uses painting, photography, and carving to explore displacement, survival, and the idea of home. Their work will culminate in an art exhibition and a collaborative zine, inviting others with lived experience to contribute. Next, I'd like to bring out Matthew Kirby. Matthew is building Project 9 to Thrive, an incubator and media platform dedicated to uplifting the stories of 1 million BIPOC professionals, including those with lived experience of homelessness. He's creating space for visibility, creativity, and narrative change, and he'll be filming and recording interviews with people all week. And lastly, for the person who is here, Trey Santorin. Please come out, Trey. Oh, sure. Trey is a doctoral student at the University of Miami, and he's conducting research on the impact of Florida's criminalization laws on people experiencing homelessness. His work is grounded in lived experience and aims to push policy forward through evidence and truth. And the two who are not here with us this year, I'm just going to tell you quickly about them, are Stephen Baker, who is launching Stevie B's Cajun Kitchen, a food trailer bringing Creole cuisine and community pride to Madison, Wisconsin. So those people from Wisconsin, find him. And also Adalia Ramos, who is the creator of Somatic Jazz Healing, a movement-based program helping women of color heal through jazz dance and somatic practices. Let's take a moment to recognize this amazing group. Thank you. These grantees are not just recipients. They are visionaries. They are creators. They are leaders. And they are proof of what's possible when we invest in people. So to our grantees, thank you for trusting us with your stories and your dreams. Oh, I almost got through this without crying. It's been an honor to walk with you in this first chapter. And we can't wait to see where you go. Good Lord, okay. And to all of you here, these are your colleagues, your peers, your partners in this work. So please join me once again to recognize them for their performance. Thank you.